Hello everyone and welcome to Nervous Nessie. I have a big announcement that I wanted to share with you guys today. I'm extremely excited, and that is I am going on a trip, and it is my Final Four. So that is what I am calling this trip, is the Final Four. If you have been following me along on this channel, then you know that 3 years ago, I made a goal to visit all 50 states, or have visited all 50 states in 2 years. And that was my goal, 2 years. However, life happens. During the past 3 years, I have moved. I had school. I finally graduated with school, which I'm continuing. I'm a glutton for punishment. I was teaching classes, and I was also changing jobs. Life happens, and you set goals that you really want to achieve, and I was on the path to achieving it, and then things happened. But I did not give up my goal. I was like, I am going to go to all 50. And so now I am happy to announce that I am going on a trip to the Final Four. And so that is what I'm naming this trip, is the Final Four. And I'm going to be bringing all of you with me. Now, I wanted to show all of you, I'm trying to get the camera here so you can kind of see. So these 4 states are the ones that I'm missing. I have been filling in this cross-stitch project as I visit the states with the years on here of when I went to those states. And these are the 4 states that I have left. And that is Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, and Utah. The way that I am going to do this trip is I am going to be flying into Denver, Colorado, which is roughly right around here. It's in this little corner of Colorado. I'm going to get a rental car, and then I'm going to drive north through Nebraska up to South Dakota. Then I will be driving across Wyoming, dropping down through Utah, and then coming back over to Denver and flying home from Denver. And I'm doing it in a week. 1 week to do this trip. And it is extremely ambitious of me, but I have done extensive research. I have actually mapped out the roads, how long it takes to drive the roads, how many miles it's going to be, and what all I am wanting to do when I'm on this trip. So my plan is essentially, there's 1 or 2 little stops on the way to South Dakota in Nebraska that I want to make. They're just little roadside attractions. But for the most part, I want to drive straight through Nebraska to the southern left tip. I'm having to look at this at a weird angle. The southern left tip of South Dakota. And when I get there, my goal is to go to Badlands National Park and to Mount Rushmore. There are other national parks in this area very close. There's Wind Cave, which is really cool. Other parks, I was really shocked to see how much there is to do in this little corner of South Dakota. You could spend a week there easy. And I really do want to see everything, but I also want to finish up my states. So my main things are to go to Badlands National Park and to Mount Rushmore. Then I'm going to come up and drive all the way across Wyoming. And over here is Yellowstone National Park. My goal is to try and go through Yellowstone National Park in 1 day. 1 entire day. It is extremely ambitious because I've mapped it out. Within Yellowstone, it's kind of a loop. Now this loop goes through multiple states here. It's big, and it takes at least 8 hours to drive it. But I'm hoping from sun up to sundown, I can go through Yellowstone in one day. But if I can't, I'll roll it to the next day. After I leave Yellowstone, I'm hoping to drop down through Grand Teton National Park. Not as much to do there, but there's still things that I want to see. Now, I will say, I have marked off Idaho because technically, I have been to Idaho. When I took the first trip that I showed on this channel, which was me going to Portland, Oregon, I can't even see it, going to Portland, Oregon and taking the train and coming across, I had to go through Idaho. However, I went through Idaho in the middle of the night, so I never actually got to see it. So in a way, I was there, but I wasn't. I'm counting it, but I still want to count it by actually physically seeing it. So I'm hoping that as I'm dropping down, I can dip into Idaho really quick and dip back out. Just to say, I actually was alive and there and took pictures and everything. But as I'm dropping down, I will be staying in Salt Lake City, Utah. And then from Salt Lake City, if you are going from Salt Lake City to Denver, there's two different main roads that you can take. One kind of goes up and over, the other kind of goes down and over. It's an exaggeration on here, but that's there's not like a straight across. And if I take the down and over, number one, no toll roads, and number two, it goes right through Arches National Park. So I'm hoping to do Arches National Park in Utah as well. And so we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4 national parks, big national parks in one trip. It's a lot of driving. We're talking essentially to get from Denver to here is about 6 hours. To get from South Dakota over to Yellowstone is about 6 to 8 hours. To drop down here to Utah, again, 6 to 8 hours. Driving from Utah over to Denver is going to be more like 10 hours. It's a lot of driving. This is probably the most dangerous trip because, number one, that whole area of the country is kind of known for big accidents. Luckily, I'm not going in the winter when there's like huge pile up of like 50 cars because of the snow. I'm going in the fall to where it's not that bad. I'm also going at a time when maybe there's a little less people on the road because school will be starting back. Fingers crossed. But at any given point in time on this trip, the car could break down. I could get in an accident with other cars, and I can get in an accident with wildlife. Especially in like Yellowstone, you have to look out for bison and deer and all kinds of other animals. So there is that possibility. Plus the fact that I'm traveling by myself and you never know who you're gonna meet when you're out on the road. But it's going to be interesting. With this trip, and I will mention this several times during the trip, I have booked 0 lodging. The only thing I've booked on this trip is my rental car and my flights. I have booked no lodging. No hotels, no Airbnb, no hostels, nothing is booked. The reason why is I was trying to think about booking ahead and everything, and then I was like, this is becoming too stressful because I don't know where I'm gonna be. I mean, what if I get to Mount Rushmore and there's just so much great things to see there that I want to spend extra time, but then that's gonna be time I need to cut off on the rest of my trip. I don't want to be stuck in I need to fly 100 miles an hour on the road to get to my hotel tonight. You know, if I find a hotel along the way, I want to just be able to stop and go ahead and sleep. And that is one thing to consider, is that driving for long periods of time can make you very sleepy very fast. So by not booking my lodging ahead of time, I have the freedom to stop whenever I want, wherever I want. But the great thing about this trip is that I can show all of you the good, the bad, and everything in between when it comes to doing a road trip, and especially doing a road trip by yourself. It's one thing to do a road trip with your significant other or friends, family. You have multiple people in the car, but it's another thing to be sitting in a car for 6 to 8 hours completely by yourself. I may get kind of loopy by the end of this trip. I do have some things that I can do while I'm driving, listening to Audible books and whatnot. I'll probably be singing as I'm driving as well. I won't put that on camera. I won't torture all of you with that, but I will have my camera going. I have 2 GoPros. I have one that I can use to have facing me in the car. That way I can talk to you as I'm driving, and I'll also have one on the windshield showing you all of the scenes while I'm driving. Of course, I will edit it and have the key moments, not the entire trip. That is way too long of a video. But I am really excited to go on this trip, go to these major national parks, and find out things that I have learned along the way. I've done a lot of research on little tips and things about the different things I want to see to try and make it easier, and then I'll find out if it's true or not and pass those tips along to all of you. But if you want to know when the first video for this trip comes out, then subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel, and then you will be notified when each video comes out. I plan on doing at least 1 video per day at a very bare minimum. I will probably do, a beginning and end of the day video, and then do more videos on the particular places, maybe just Mount Rushmore. So there's going to be a lot of videos coming, and if you want to know when they come out, then subscribe. And I look forward to going on this trip with all of you. And until we hit the road, bye.